Hi, I'm Eric Kern. I'm a Lenovo Distinguished Engineer, and today we're going to talk about TruScale metering and monitoring. Now, one of the questions that we get is how does TruScale actually meter the solution, the power, without having any software installed on the servers? And so, if you think about one of our servers, and I'm just going to draw, kind of boxes representing our servers, and we'll do a rack of them. Each one of these servers has a chip. It's actually an ASIC on the motherboard called the xClarity controller. So I'm just going to draw it like this. Now, this xClarity controller, it's our systems management chip, and it has quite a bit of power built into it, right? And so what we leverage it for today is we leverage it to actually provide alerts. So any kind of hardware issue associated with the server itself is going to be coming off of the xClarity controller. Something else that's really interesting about it is it has knowledge of the power of the system. So it knows the total power consumption of the server. And built into that, kind of in a subset, it knows how much is coming off the CPU, how much is coming off memory, and then there's like an other category. So we actually leverage this technology built into our chips for the metering capabilities of TruScale. Now, if you think about TruScale, typically what you'll have is you'll have our systems, and they'll be configured with this management network right here, like so. Within that, we're going to have the customer data center, and in the customer data center, what we'll do is we'll architect in a VPN, a virtual private network. And so this is all within the customer data center. Our solution will add in something else that we call the xClarity administrator. Now, this xClarity administrator is a collector for all of these xClarity controllers, and it's used to actually manage the system. So all the alerts, the hardware alerts, anything that's going on with the system will roll up into this xClarity administrator so that we can look at it as a whole system. Now, this is our typical systems management solution. Now, when we go and we say, hey, we want to add in the TruScale piece of it, so we'll connect into this VPN into our Lenovo data centers. So in our Lenovo data centers, we have a collector. And this collector, what it's doing is it's grabbing information coming off of the xClarity controller itself. It's collecting this power information. So there's going to be alerts coming out. And in this alert, it has 24 hours of power data. This power data includes the CPU memory and other data going in to this controller, this collector here. Now from there, we pipe it into our portal. So we have this really nice TruScale customer portal. This portal stores all this information for all of our customers, and it shows it. So we can go in there and we can display all the information about these servers in that portal from an end perspective. We know exactly what percentage is being used. We know if it's running at idle. We don't charge for idle. So we know, anywhere from idle all the way up to max power for this server and everything in between. So we know every element, every increment of power that's being used on the system. We know how much is being consumed by the CPU, the memory, and other. From our model, it's all based on that. So we know exactly what percentage of the server is being used. Now the question comes up, well, what happens when an alert, the server goes down? How do we know that it's not just sitting there doing nothing? One way is from the idle perspective, but the other way is we're also managing it. So we have our Lenovo Managed Services team going out and managing these systems. So this team is connecting into this xClarity administrator. They're actually getting alerts directly into that team, and from their portal, they know everything that's going on with the systems. They know the health, they know how well it's running. They also know what percentage is being used. So from this perspective, without having any software installed on the server, we can fully manage and meter the TruScale solution. So if you want more information, go to TruScale.com, and we'll get you all the information you need about our solution. Thank you.